Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to it. It is your boy Johnny. Welcome to my channel, man. It's been quite some time. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification button so that you can get notifications for every time we post content right here on this channel. Today, we're going to be speaking about one of my favorite things, and that is content. Now, coming from a school of content, I think I'm well versed in how to create content and the different structures of creating content. So today, I think I want to share with you guys 10 pointers that have helped me create content for a TV station, and also what I'm doing right now. I'm creating content for my YouTube channel. I just started it, just opened it. So if you haven't subscribed, I'm saying again, please hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification. If you're interested in my content, you'll get new content. Every time that bell will notify you that I've got new content. All right, I don't know what I'm speaking about, but here we go. Number 1 on the list for me is audience. Identify an audience. The identity of your audience will inform the type of content that you create. So it's very important to know the people that you are bringing content to, so that the content can, first of all, have an identity, and secondly, be consistent. Number 2 is the platform. Consider the platform that you're making the content for, because it is very important to note, technically, on Facebook, people use their cell phones. Not technically, but most of the time, people use their cell phones to be on Facebook. They use other various devices, which are computers or laptops. But if you notice on Facebook, whenever you are on a computer or on another device that's not a cell phone, it augments the viewing of a video. Because Facebook is made for cell phones, the videos seem to be 4:3. Whereas if you're on YouTube, the videos are in 16:9. So I would really consider the way that you film your content speaks to the platform that you want to put your, or where you want to place your content, considering the people that will be using the content. So if your content will be consumed on a cell phone, for an example, you use a 4:3 aspect ratio. You can also use a 16:9 aspect ratio, because 16:9 can fit into 4:3, but 4:3 just looks a bit awkward when it's in 16:9. I think I'm gonna put in the colors here, the bars, just does not look very nice and cinematic. All right, number 3 is time and duration. So the time that you need to get your information out there needs to be directly proportional to the actual information. What I'm trying to say is, when you are giving information, do not try to rush through the information. Also, be concise in what you are talking about. So get to the point. Plan your ideas and thoughts out thoroughly so that you can be more efficient in using your time whenever you're filming the video. Number 4, brand alignment. Do you want to align yourself with the brand? And that's how you can make money. Yes, everybody wants to make money, right? So here's a way of doing it. Okay, I'm not going to give you like tips of how to do it, but there are 2 ways in which you can. There's actually quite a lot of ways, but there are 2 prominent ways that you can make money. The first way is to collaborate, and the second way is for asking for sponsorships. So when you ask for a sponsorship, you basically write an email to the brand and say, yo, look, this is how I can add value to you. Can you please give me some product so that I can show my audience what you're all about? In collaborations, it's way different. When you're collaborating with the brand, you go to the brand and you pitch an idea that will incorporate the brand into whatever content that you're creating, therefore getting you paid, because you already have most an organic audience that you built from, because you identify it. Right? You see all these things link up. Number 5 is the type of channel that you want. What type of channel is it that you want? Are you running a blog? Are you running, not a blog, sorry. Are you running a vlog? Are you running a podcast? Are you doing documentaries? Are you doing film? What is it that you want to do, or what is the type of channel that you want to create? Now, this also goes back to your audience. Do people really want to know about your personal life, or do people want to see you traveling? Do people want to hear interesting things? So it all depends on the type of audience that you want to put content out. Therefore, that's how you can decide what type of channel you want to run. But also do your research so that you know exactly what the confines and constraints of having a certain type of channel. Number 6, music used on your channel needs to be not copyright music. You can use copyright music if you've got the money to pay for the publishing. If not, your music, if it is on Facebook, it will be muted, first of all. If it's on Instagram, it will be muted. But if it's on YouTube, YouTube does allow you to have the music on, but you cannot monetize your post. So you cannot monetize your content if you have copywritten music on your whatever content it is that you posted. If the music is copywritten, there is nothing. You will get nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
From YouTube. Doesn't matter how many views you have.
You will get nothing.
Okay, so make sure that you at least ask for permission if you're going to use popular music, because I know that sometimes music is the identity of a certain, genre or a certain culture. Therefore, people will tend to want to use popular songs to draw people to the content. But it's very important to note that when you do that, you cannot monetize on having your audience watching your content. Before I move on, you can get music from the internet that is copyright free. There is copyright free music. YouTube has an audio library where you can get the music and use it free of charge. So do not, guys, want to, create your own thing, man. Write your own wave. Find that proper music that you can use for your background so that you can monetize on your videos. Number 7, the creative process. I will make a separate video about my next point because these two things are very important and they link together. What is your creative process? If you don't have one, you better find one. Go online, find a way of how creatives structure how they make content, because it's very important for you to have a format and a formula every time you're creating content, because that will make you more efficient in terms of how much videos you put out there, if it makes sense. So it will make you more efficient in creating content for your channel when you have a process and when you have a strategy on how you create content. So this now links to what I say, or what I view as the 4 important elements of the visual medium. The first one to me is the story. The second one is who is in front of the screen, so your characters. My third one is the actual medium that is used to send the message. And the fourth one is the visual aspect or the aesthetics of the content that you're bringing out there. Very quickly, the narrative or the story is the narrative, it's the same thing. So the story part of it, without a strong story, there is no content. In fact, without a story, all the other stuff does not matter. So the most important thing is the story. When you have a story, you need to tell it in a certain way. So find a way of telling your stories to make them interesting, because some plots, will run at the same time. Some people will begin a story at the end and reveal things as the story goes. Some people will choose to start it in the middle and show you what happened and move back and forth, just so that you can interact, you get that shock value to whatever it is. Because stories are very dynamic and the way that you tell them is very important. So the most important thing to me is the story, the structure of how you tell the story. Secondly, who is going to be presenting the story to the people? Are they relevant to the audience? Do they relate to the audience, or does the audience relate to them? Is very important. The mediums that are used, the sound. Are you going to use sound? What type of sound are you going to use? Are they going to be sound effects? Is there going to be ADR? Is there going to be newspaper clippings? Are you going to get stuff from the internet? Are you going to get additional video? Are you going to shoot additional footage? This is very important also to note that whenever you are using other people's stuff, please acknowledge the people whose stuff you're using, because it's very disrespectful to just put things from the internet and put them right out there. So these things are also important. And then how does it look? This is a combination of everything. Aesthetics is not just what you see with your eye. Aesthetic is also the sonic value that a space gives. Each and every space, I believe, has its own sound. So the sonic value of a room that has furniture is different to the sonic value of a room that does not have anything in it. So these things are very important, and they very small nuances that really give you, as a content creator, that extra edge. And then number 9 is what to look for. Now the creative process, moving, I know I'm stretching it further now. So what is it that you need to focus on whenever you're creating content? And I did say story. So in the story, you need to cut up your story into chunks and then decide how you're going to tell the story. Are you going to start at the end, or are you going to start at the beginning? Are you going to start at the middle? You know what I mean? Have a structure and have a way of telling the story so that you can always keep your audience at the edge of their seats. And number 10, treat your channel like a professional. Be professional about it. You know, channels have obligations to service providers like MultiChoice. So a channel like MTV has got not an understanding, they've got an agreement, a legal binding agreement that says, you, MTV, will provide me with X amount of content for X amount of days at X amount of time. Therefore, there is something called a program schedule. DSTV is obliged to put out an EPG, but they cannot put out an electronic program guide if MTV Base does not give them the schedule. Do you understand how this works? So be consistent with it. Do not make videos like me there and then online, but be consistent with it. With that said, it's your boy, man. I am out, and I hope you guys learned something today. I'll see you in the next video, but before I bounce, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell notification button so that you can get new information of all the notifications. What the hell am I saying? You can get all the notifications for the new content that we post right here. I don't know what's going on. This outro is going to shit. So I'm gonna bounce right now. Goodbye. Subscribe though.